Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to another episode of Phoenix Wright's Attorney Trials and Tribulations. In the last episode, we did most of the investigation. We talked to Luke Adme, found out he was hiding a secret, and found out that the reason he didn't see Mask to Mask was because he got knocked unconscious. And also, Larry's now also a part of this case. He works at KB Security, where Ron DeLite also works, and there was a blackmail letter that told Ron DeLite to come to KB Security, so that is really interesting. So that probably has something to do with this here, and maybe that's how we're going to win this case. So let's hope that that all works, and let's hope that we can do the trial today. Let's go! October 13th, 9:36 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Hey, Nick! What is it? Is something wrong? Nah, but did you see all the people here? It's crazy! Oh, look at this! I bought this Mask to Mask publicity photo! You bought that? Where? From the little tents in front of the courthouse. They have all sorts of things for sale. You know I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff. Oh no. Who's screaming like that? Oh, Mr. Wright, you made it! Yeah, I did, but it doesn't look like things are gonna get any less ugly for you. Because I did it! I'm the criminal! Me! He's at it again. I sent the calling card to Lonely Taylor! I admit it! But you don't have the sacred urn, right? Well, that's true, but that doesn't mean I didn't commit the crime. Normally, when I say of course you didn't, I'm being sarcastic, but you... Yikes. Anyway, I admit that I'm guilty. So make sure they give me a guilty verdict, please! Oh, there you are, Ronnie. Bonjour, sweetie. Oh, Desi, honey. But bonjour! Well, actually, I don't really know why I should be speaking French to you at a time like this. So is he French? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute. Is he French? Is he French? Hold on, I'm actually gonna look this up on the wiki real quick. I don't think he's French. Okay, the wiki doesn't say he's French, but, like, I think, like, a part of his name is, like, derived from, like, a French word. I don't know. Whatever. Leave it to me, Ronnie. I swear I'll protect you. You see, actually, thief is... Can I tell you something, Nicky boy? I can guarantee my Ronnie is innocent. If he's declared guilty, I'll be ever so cross with you. So why are you smiling when you say it? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got some errands I need to take care of. I'm counting on you, Nicky boy. Good luck. To be honest, I really don't know whether Ron is Mask to Mask or not. But there's only one thing I am sure of. He doesn't have the sacred urn right now. For the time being, I guess I'll have to trust Desiree. October 13th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. Hello there, Godot. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron DeLite. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Hi. What about the prosecution? Are you prepared to... What a stupid question. What did you just say? Fine. Let me ask you then, Your Honor. Are you ready? Are you ready to pass judgment? Well, no, I'm not. I will pass judgment after I hear arguments from both sides. Well, if you're not ready yourself, you shouldn't expect others to be. That's a rule to live by. Who are you? I am Godot, legendary prosecutor. I've never lost a case. He's the one that Detective Abby was talking about. Yes, your reputation precedes you. What kind of cases have you dealt with so far? Ha! None. What did you say? I've never prosecuted a case before. Never? But you said you've never lost before. Exactly. I've never lost. I've never won before either. Quite arrogant for a beginner, aren't you? Even the mightiest of redwoods begin their lives as mere saplings. Yes, but a mask? In a court of law? Ha! Don't you know anything? No matter the man, we all wear masks. Either on our faces or over our hearts. Oh. This guy's the real deal, all right, Nick. Why does it seem like all prosecutors are the real deal? So we finally meet, Mr. Phoenix Trite. Nick, is he a friend of yours? No, I don't have any friends that call me Trite. Just who is this masked man? I have returned from the depths of hell to do battle with you. Well then, Prosecutor Gabo. It's not Gabo, it's Godot, Your Honor. In any case, please give your opening statement. Opening statement? Those things are not fit for even dogs to consume. I have only one thing to say before we start. To you, Mr. Trite. What is it? Are you familiar with the saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link? I wonder, how much can you withstand before you and your case to break into? I can't do Godot's voice. I really can't. I'm so bad at it. Well then, let's hear from the first witness. Gumshoe! My name is... No one has asked you for your name, witness. The important thing is what you know, that's all. Start talking. We're listening. Yes, sir. Alright, witness, first let's hear about what you know about the thief that stole the urn. Yes, sir. Master Mask is a master thief that first started his crime spree 6 months ago. He's so confident that he sends his calling card before he even commits the crime. This was his 5th heist, and as usual, he sent a card to Lorley Taylor. His pattern is to always go after only the most precious art pieces. That's why we're sure it was Master Mask, sir. It fits his MO to a T. So that the actual identity of this Master Mask is... Mr. Godot, you... A coffee. We're in the middle of a trial here, Mr. Godot. Blacker than a moonless night, hotter and more bitter than hell itself. That is coffee. I'm sure you can grant me at least this much, Your Honor. Oh, please, proceed. Very well. It's only coffee after all. What? You can't be letting him slide this early in the trial? Proceed with your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Well, Nick, what are you gonna do? As long as they haven't brought up Mr. DeLite's identity, all we can do is show that it wasn't Master Mask who stole the urn. Master Masks have Have you been involved in the investigation from the beginning? Yep, nobody knows more about the thief than me, pal. It's true, I'm a Zavari, author on thieves. An author? He's written books about thieves? I think he probably meant to say an authority. The fact that this guy can slip through even my fingers shows how good he is, pal. It's easy when those fingers happen to be butterfingers. So nobody knows more about the thief than you, huh? You got it, pal. Except for maybe the thief's mom, that is. But isn't there someone who knows even more about him than the police? You don't mean Detective Zavari, do you? Who is this person? Zavari. He sounds German. His name is Luke Adme, sir. I guess I shouldn't have made up such a silly name for him. What the heck? I guess he's not all that famous after all. Anyway, it's true that he did manage to retrieve the last item the thief stole. Oh, I see. It seems you're not the expert you claim to be. It looks like the thief is playing with me even now. Have you seen all of these so-called calling cards? Of course I have. Except, the person in charge of the treasure exhibit never brought their card to the police. So I didn't see this one until after the crime occurred. That's because Detective Adme stopped Miss Andrews from taking it to the police. Was the calling card of Lowly Taylor received authentic? Well, all the cards have one common identifying feature, but we're not releasing that information to the general public. But you're absolutely certain that this card is real? Gumshoe can't say it out loud, but I bet he's talking about Master Mask's emblem. His 5th heist, and your 5th screw-up, huh? Objection, pal! That ain't fair. Maybe you could say I screwed up 4 times, but this last time wasn't my fault. I didn't know about the calling card this time. You, of all people, shouldn't be chuckling about this, Detective Gumshoe. I just want everyone in here in the courtroom to know something. If you ever get a calling card from this guy, don't call some stupid private eye. Call your local police right away, got me? Wow, it looks like he's really got it in for Detective Atme. His pattern is to always go, Oh! I know. Can I ask you a little something, Detective Gumshoe? Just hearing the little in that question is making me nervous. You said that he always goes after the most precious art pieces, right? That's right, pal. But there's one problem. That's not what he did in this case. The supposedly priceless urn doesn't exactly rise to the level of precious art. What do you mean? Nick, how can you say such a terrible thing? No, I meant from a financial point of view. I mean, it wouldn't fetch a good price. Well, Prosecutor Godot, what is the value of that urn? The appraisers I spoke to said they couldn't attach a price to it, and I mean that in the worst sense. So in other words, it was not the kind of item that Master Mask would normally go after. If I understand you correctly, Mr. Wright, you're saying that the theft of the sacred urn was not the work of Master Mask? Yes, that's what I'm saying. Actually, all I did was point out the contradiction. The argument made itself, but... Well, first of all, we need to get this issue cleared up. Was this last robbery the work of Master Mask or not? What do you have to say about this, Mr. Godot? This coffee here, it's my own special blend. I call it Godot number 107. I'm trying to decide whether to cut down on the acidity or the bitterness. That's the only thing I've got on my mind right now, Mr. Trite. What? If you're really a man, you should clean up your own mess. Sorry, but I don't get what you mean. If you're saying it wasn't Master Mask that stole the urn, then it must be someone imitating Master Mask's methods. A fake. A fake DeMask? A fake DeMask. Fake DeMask? That sounds so ridiculous, but I like it. Now, before I decide on my coffee, I believe some proof is in order, Mr. Trite. Proof that the person who appeared to Lordly Taylor that night was actually a fake. Though I don't approve of Mr. Godot's behavior, his point is valid. Mr. Wright, we're waiting. Looks like I'm gonna have to prove it. I need proof that the person at Lordly Taylor that night was in fact fake DeMask. It was fake DeMask. Are we gonna have to bring up the blackmail letter right now? Wait. Oh, hold on. The proof is right here. This looks like a photo taken by a security camera, but if you look closely, you'll notice something peculiar about it. Ha! Well then, why don't you go ahead and show us what it is? Go on, use this pointer and show us just what is about this picture is so peculiar. Like, around this area. It's right here, of course. You mean Master Mask? I have here a piece of reference I would like the court to take a look at. Isn't that the publicity photo I bought this morning? The problem I have with the security camera photo is this brooch on DeMask's chest. A breach? Here, bailiff, get my steed. We need to retreat at once. A brooch, Your Honor. It's a sort of clasp for holding one's cape on. A clasp, eh? Oh, I see now. But the Master Mask in the security camera photo... Ah! He has no brooch! That brooch is the same as the emblem on DeMask's calling card and serves as his symbol. But the thief that broke into Lordly Taylor wasn't wearing a brooch. In other words, this Master Mask is a fake. I've been fooled again! Order! It's true! Undeniably true! Detective Gumshoe, how could you have overlooked this? I'm sorry, sir. I don't know how I... Hey now. If you're gonna have a pity party, invite me too. Mr. Godot, you deserve some blame in this too. How could you have overlooked such a large brooch? Ha! The brooch you're talking about. I have it right here. Do you mean this? Ah! That's Master brooch. Where'd you find it? Well, I've always had a good nose for evidence. I got it at the crime scene. It was hidden in the shadow of a big female Buddha statue. Buddha statue? He must mean the Ami Faye statue. Why didn't you tell me about that, sir? I always put evidence away in my pocket. After all, it's the safest place for crucial evidence. This guy is one cool customer. It's a little early to be shaken up, isn't it, little lady? That friend of yours left pretty little hickeys on there, too. What the hell? Hickeys? Figuratively speaking, of course. I'm referring to Ron DeLite's fingerprints. Oh, okay. What? What? The defendant's fingerprints are on the brooch? Order in the court. Mr. Godot, let's see that brooch. I've grown attached to my metallic girlfriend here. Take good care of her. It appears to have been torn off some clothing. There's a little bit of cloth left on the back. Obviously, there must have been a big struggle that night at the crime scene. Uh-oh. Phoenix, we have a problem. Ha! You mess with Godot. And you get burned. He's been playing me like a violin. Well, Judge, I'm about ready to call my next witness. Huh? You done with me? But I haven't proved anything yet. You've proven your own incompetence. That's good enough. That doesn't sound good at all. No, Gumshoe. Bailiff, bring the next witness into the courtroom. Finally, time for the ace detective to make his appearance, huh? One second is one drip of the coffee pot. Let's hurry it up. Shh! Silence! Now I see it's all becoming clear. What's clear? Zavari! The truth has once again been elegantly revealed to me. What we have here is a judge and a prosecutor, a coffee maniac at that. Am I correct? Well, yes, that's right. Ha! Not bad at all. You're the first person that's ever been able to penetrate my secret veil. Well, Sir Prosecutor, let me introduce myself. My name is Look At Me, ace detective and rising star illuminating the heavens. Boy, these two make a perfect pair. They ought to be best friends or they tear each other's heads off. I've heard that on the night of the crime you were all alone in security detail. You have heard correctly. My specialty-made monocle is worth more than 100 Detective Gumshoes. If Detective Gumshoe was worth anything, that is. Why was this guy all by himself anyway? There must be some reason. I'm sure of it. Well then, tell us what this special monocle of yours witnessed. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Just as I began to turn, the coward struck a fierce blow upon my noble head. Darkness swallowed me before I could land a single strike. When I awoke, he was gone. 30 minutes later, I used an emergency phone to notify the police. So you didn't get a clear look at the criminal? My specialty-made monocle never misses a thing. However, that is limited to things that fall within my own visual range. But of course, that's only natural. I fail to see why the witness seemed so proud of his performance that evening. Well, sir, old-timer, let me explain. We are not speaking of any ordinary thief, but of the king of thieves, the great Master Mask, my arch-enemy. That is what my instincts and years of experience tell me. Very well. Proceed with the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It was approximately 1 o'clock in the morning just after the date changed. That's when my nemesis, the infamous Master Mask, dancingly descended upon me. Dancingly descended, huh? Dancingly descended? From where exactly? Well, from the entrance, I suppose. Where else? So in actuality, he neither danced nor descended. Someone please save me. So how is it that you didn't notice the thief? My eyes were looking for the thief's shadow while my ears listened for his footfalls. But even so, the dastardly criminal managed to sneak up on me. It could only be due to his subtly camouflaged cape and soft-soled shoes. I hereby dub you Ace Dunce. You didn't see the criminal's face when that happened? Well, that's the difficult part. How should I put it? I saw his mask. That's all I can recall. That's not very solid as far as testimony goes. However, fortunately I had my third monocle, the security camera, at the ready. It captured his image perfectly. This should be sufficient, I believe. Well, as long as this photo is authentic, I don't see a problem here. Well, Mr. Godot, do you have a problem with the photo? Good. Then let's continue with the testimony. Wait. Hold on. A struggle. Let's go. Mr. Atme, could you take a look at this with that special monocle of yours? This belongs to the criminal mastermind, my arch-nemesis, Master Mask. It is, in point of fact, Master Mask's brooch. It was found on the floor of the basement warehouse. I wonder how that happened. Elementary, my dear lawyer. Obviously, it wasn't glued on well enough. Not quite. It clearly shows signs of having been ripped off a piece of clothing. Ripped off? Aha! We can only deduce that the thief struggled with someone that night. That's the only thing I could think of. And there's only one person that was in a position to have a struggle with the thief. The only person that was on security duty that night. You, Detective Atme. Detective Atme, you must have fought with the thief that night. So, why did you lie in your testimony to the court? Witness, giving false testimony is a serious crime. No. Wait just a moment, Sir Old-Timer. Don't talk to me like I'm living in a nursing home. I just remembered, Your Honor. I was just confused because I had been dealing with so many cases lately. The true measure of a man is in the amount of work he does. That's what I always say. Nick, you can only handle one case at a time, isn't that right? You talk too much. Witness, so are you now saying that you and the thief fought? Hold on. That's quite enough, Your Honor. Excuse me? Save the big questions for the testimony. That's one of my rules. Indeed, I understand. I, Luke Atme, agree completely. Alright, I think this is where we're gonna stop for today. Roll the end card.
Objection! You haven't hit like and subscribe yet! Hold it! You forgot to ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload! Take that! Click here to watch more of my videos! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys